So here's what we're working with. You can see this big field area right here. We got lots of Bermuda mixed in. That light green stuff you see is crabgrass. Little touch of fescue in there, and this might be a handful of broadleaf weeds. Most of that is some, looks like smooth crabgrass out through there. Let's go look at this Alpha Elite. You see right here, we've got larger areas of Bermuda. All this is Bermuda, but you can also see we've got some big bare spots as well. This is the Alpha Elite yard that I done the renovation on, and boy, it is sexy. It looks some kind of good. You can kind of see right about here-ish is about where the common starts. That's common right there. And of course, that's just naturally growing. But we want to make this entire field area common Bermuda, so that he can reel mow all the way down there. This is 31,000 square feet. In addition to, I think that's 32,000 square feet. So it'll be right around 60,000 square feet total. So if you have a Bermuda yard that's weedy, nasty, yucky, I will list in the description what to do. It's simply the right weed control, some fertilizer, a good adjuvant, and spray it. And that's pretty much it. You get it cleaned up, get all this stuff cleaned up, and then keep the nitrogen on it, let the Bermuda run and spread. Once the weeds have died out in about a couple of weeks, so in about 3 to 4 weeks from now, then we're going to come in here and Verti-cut this entire field, and that's going to cut the rhizome and stolon and make it run even faster. So as a homeowner, you could rent something like a slice seeder, the thing that cuts the vertical lines in the ground, and then it plants your grass seed. If it'll go deep enough in the ground to get down in there and cut the rhizome, you need to go around a quarter, half inch or so. It will do the trick. Of course, you have to clean up the mess. Once you get the mess cleaned up, it ain't nothing but water and nitrogen, and that stuff will run like a scalded dog. It'll run like it's stolen something, and then all this will be filled in. Now, realistic expectations, an area this size, do I expect that to fill in 1 year? This is non-irrigated. It does depend on how much rain we get. If the ground stays moist or the Bermuda's hydrated, yeah, I think I can fill in an area this big. Areas like this over here, that's going to close in a matter of weeks, just because of how little it is. It's got Bermuda on both sides. But the large area right here, I'm expecting this to be, I'm gonna count on the weather not being all that great, so I'm gonna expect a 2-year process on this big area right here, and then I'll educate the customer on the same. All right, so there you go. It helps to have a 21-foot boom. You can see my little foam marker pattern right there. That just kind of tells me where I've went and where I'm going. Keeps me in line. But this is my new Toro. I bought me a new Toro. This is a 300-gallon 5800 unit. The other day I sprayed 26 acres of ball fields in one day and got off at 3 o'clock. So I thought that's pretty good. And that included drive times in between different high schools. So I'm super tickled with this new Toro. But you can see up here, got a little crab going on mixed in with Bermuda. And we'll try and keep an eye on this one as we go through the year. But I ain't already tell you what it's going to do. The crabgrass is going to go away for now. The broadleaf weeds will go away. You probably won't see any much more broadleaves until the end of the summer. And the crabgrass will probably pop back up at some point in time. You'll have to spray it back out again, simply because there's been no pre-emergent put on here. May have to do that once or twice more throughout the summer. It's middle of May for reference. And of course, once I verti-cut this bad boy, all that Bermuda mixed in there is going to spread like wildfire. And like I said, hopefully this is a 2-year project, a 2-summer project, but it all depends on how much rainfall this area of land gets this summer that we're in now. I'm literally right down the street from this house, like 3 minutes, my shop is. So I can come up here and spoon feed it, or I can hammer down on the nitrogen, if I keep an eye on the weather, and that way I can really push this thing to grow. Once you get the Bermuda filled in nice and full, then we're more than likely will sand level this. If you remember, I done a video, we sand leveled that yard right there, and it's smooth as a baby's butt right now. He uses a Ventrac reel mower on that yard, cuts it at I think 3/4 inch at the Alpha Elite Bermudagrass, and then he cuts that common up there at 3/4 as well, and it looks really good, nice and dense and thick canopy, both the common and the Alpha Elite. Once we verti-cut it and it starts to grow and fill a little bit, I may talk to him about putting a regulator on it and regulate it. That way the canopy will tighten up even more and quicker, I hope. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's that, and I'll keep you posted on it. Check you later.